appointment. She's like, now whenever it comes to the reflex test, make sure you keep your legs super still. And she would put her arm around me and hug my shoulder, or she would squeeze my hand.
Ryan Anderson and gypsy-rose Blanchard have officially finalized their divorce, and in my opinion, Ryan emerges as the clear winner, and I'll explain why. Let's start with a few key details about the proceedings. According to People magazine, Ryan chose to waive his right to be present in court, so he wasn't there for the finalization. As things currently stand, both parties have agreed not to pursue spousal support. Ryan's attorney, Reddy J., also mentioned that the division of their community property is still being worked out. However, with no spousal support on the table, the financial aspect of this divorce is already off to a more straightforward resolution.
That was the signal to shut up.
It's hard to do, but you can do it.
Oh, I went from 19 to 32. Jeez, God, I got old so quick. How did that happen?
You never went to school either.
But winning isn't always about money. In fact, I believe Ryan's victory lies elsewhere. First and foremost, he is finally free from Gypsy's manipulative dynamics, and that alone is a significant win. Let's unpack this a bit further. According to People magazine, Blanchard, now 33, announced their separation in a Facebook post on March 28th. The outlet also reported that the split followed a heated argument. A friend of Gypsy's revealed that during the argument, Gypsy felt Ryan was being controlling. Allegedly, he got in her face and screamed, which made her feel unsafe. The friend claimed that Gypsy feared he might hit her, though he didn't. The situation, however, triggered memories of the abuse she endured from her mother. Ryan has denied such behavior, and here's where things get interesting. Gypsy accused Ryan of being controlling, but there's evidence suggesting that she was the one exerting control. In interviews, Gypsy has spoken about how her mother, Dee Dee, would squeeze her hand as a signal to stop talking, a method of control that Gypsy herself later adopted with Ryan. There's even footage showing Gypsy telling Ryan to shut up during an interview, leaving him visibly emotional. It's heartbreaking to see his reaction, and it's ironic given that Gypsy has repeatedly painted herself as the victim of controlling behavior.
Stuff that we work out.
What I'm feeling right now is the same way that my mom made me feel whenever I would talk to people. Because don't talk to your dad. Don't tell him this. If I told my dad too much.
This brings me to the first reason why Ryan comes out on top. He's finally free from this toxic dynamic. While Gypsy may have accused Ryan of being controlling, the evidence suggests that she was the one exhibiting those behaviors. Filing for divorce may have been her decision, but in doing so, she inadvertently did Ryan a favor. He was too in love and too blind to see the toxicity of their relationship. Now, with the marriage behind him, he has the chance to heal and move forward. The second reason Ryan is the winner here is in his response to the divorce. While he didn't seek the separation, his attorney shared that Ryan is relieved the saga is over. He's looking forward to a fresh start and a healthier future.
She would act like you're acting.
Don't do that. I'm right here.
So, of course, I'm being defensive because
I'm right here, babe.
He needs to understand that I have been living my whole life.
These words speak volumes. Sometimes winning isn't about financial settlements or legal victories, it's about reclaiming peace and happiness. For Ryan, this divorce marks the end of a turbulent chapter and the beginning of a new one filled with potential. So while Gypsy may have filed for divorce, it's Ryan who truly benefits from this resolution. Freed from the toxic elements of their relationship, he now has the opportunity to rebuild his life on his terms. In the end, the real win isn't about money or property, it's about finally breaking free from a cycle of manipulation and moving toward a healthier, happier future. Ryan Anderson's divorce from gypsy-rose Blanchard seems to be not just a legal conclusion, but a personal liberation for him. If there's one takeaway from this entire situation, it's that Ryan has gained something invaluable.
In a cage. How I used to be with my mom, I felt powerless. When I am feeling powerless, my reaction is to take back control.
Freedom from a toxic relationship. This newfound freedom is not just about leaving behind the emotional turbulence, but also about reclaiming his peace and identity. Ryan now has the opportunity to tell his side of the story, and it might even be time for him to write a tell-all book about his experiences. Such a book would provide insight into his perspective on the relationship, the struggles he endured, and the lessons he learned. There's a lot to unpack, including moments that hint at the deeply toxic nature of their dynamic. For example, there's a video that has circulated before where Gypsy made comments that many interpreted as a veiled threat toward Ryan. In that clip, she explicitly stated that Ryan made her feel the same way her mother used to make her feel, which was powerless. And when Gypsy feels powerless, she takes control, something we all know has led to tragic consequences in her past. If that wasn't a red flag for Ryan, it certainly should have been. On top of this, Gypsy has made public statements that seem designed to embarrass Ryan. In a recent interview with People magazine, she candidly discussed their intimate life.
Everybody wants to know if that D is fire.
Can we just get past that question? That's your tagline.
Okay, then we need to give you a tagline.
Claiming that their physical connection was lacking and that she didn't enjoy being intimate with him. These comments starkly contrast with her earlier statements where she publicly praised their relationship and even defended him against online critics, saying, "The D is fire." This flip-flopping narrative not only raises eyebrows, but also seems like an intentional attempt to humiliate Ryan after their separation. In her new memoir, My Time to Stand, Gypsy delves into her past traumas, including horrific abuse as a child and troubling experiences with her ex-boyfriend, Nicholas Godejohn.
I say it's hotter than the sun, so it's hotter than fire.
Oh my god.
So can we just start calling him Sunny D?
I'm leaving.
Come back!
You are cringe, actually. You are cringe.
While this context explains some of the challenges she faces in relationships, it doesn't excuse her behavior toward Ryan. Instead, it highlights how unresolved trauma can perpetuate cycles of control and toxicity in relationships. Meanwhile, Ryan appears to be taking the high road. His attorney stated that while Ryan didn't seek this divorce, he's relieved that this chapter of his life is over and is looking forward to a fresh start. This speaks volumes about his character and priorities. He's not seeking revenge or engaging in a public spat, but is instead focused on moving forward.
I have to give it to the audience. You are cringe.
Sunny D.
I'm leaving.
Oh god. Okay.
For Gypsy, the focus now seems to be on her new relationship with Ken R., whom she has described as a source of comfort and healing. She has spoken positively about their connection, even going so far as to contrast it with her past experiences. While she claims to have found happiness with Ken, the way she has handled her past relationships, particularly her marriage to Ryan, leaves much to be desired. In the end, the divorce has allowed Ryan to escape what many would describe as a toxic situation. He now has the chance to rebuild his life, free from the manipulation and drama that seemed to define his relationship with Gypsy. If anything, this separation marks a fresh start for Ryan, a chance to focus on his own well-being and happiness. That alone is the biggest win he could have hoped for. The public's reaction to these revelations has been overwhelmingly negative. Many feel Gypsy's openness crosses the line into oversharing, particularly when it involves sensitive topics like her sex life.
Great, now I've got something going with the Sunny D. That's gonna be a good tag now.
Important question. Who is your favorite? Oh, it's gone. I don't know why I keep trying to scroll up. Once it's gone, it's gone.
It's gone.
By airing these details, she risks alienating her audience, many of whom have supported her through her journey, but may feel increasingly uncomfortable with the level of personal information she divulges. While Gypsy says she's excited to transition into a more private life, her actions suggest otherwise. Sharing specific and intimate details, especially about dates and timelines of her relationships, creates the opposite effect. It keeps her firmly in the public eye. This level of transparency might be intended to maintain control over her narrative, but instead it opens her up to criticism and ridicule.
Wait, hold up.
Why'd you dye your hair back brown?
Because the upkeep of the highlights were a lot. Like I was spending a lot of money trying to keep up with it. I don't like the roots to show, so And also I'm kind of impulsive, so I went to Dollar General, I bought box dye.
As she prepares to welcome her baby girl and embraces the next chapter of her life, perhaps it's time for Gypsy to truly step back and reevaluate how much of her personal life she wants to share. Privacy can be empowering, and focusing on her family and future, away from the public spotlight, might help her achieve the peace and stability she's been seeking. As Gypsy steps into this new phase of her life, one thing is clear: her journey continues to be as complicated and controversial as ever.
And I didn't even tell Christy I was gonna do it, and so I just went in the bathroom, spent posted up for 4 hours in the bathroom, shaving my legs, doing my, spa, face masks, did my hair, come back a new woman. Again, the new old me. I don't have that long of a hand!
Whether she learns to navigate these challenges with grace or gets further entangled in public scrutiny is something only time will tell. What are your thoughts on Gypsy's latest revelations and the way she continues to handle her public image? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on all the latest drama and deep dives into stories just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.